Yeah, Euro 2020 is around the corner. Happened in 2021 because 2020 never happened to some people. But anyway, the football tournament's out in just over 48 hours, and I will tell you who I think will win it, who I think will finish runners up, who will win the groups, who will beat the big surprise package, the dark horses maybe, and who will flop. Let me honest, there will be a few floppers. There always have in many tournaments. There are who I think will win it, who will be it. Group A, we got Italy, we have got Turkey, we have got Switzerland, and we have got Wales in that group. Italy, I think will win that group. They have really turned around since 2018 when, let's be honest, let's be honest, they're in disarray. They didn't qualify the World Cup. Italy not qualifying for a World Cup, can't remember the last time they did that before that year. They weren't playing well, they were disconnecting after Conte leaving the national team. But not Manuel Pellegrini, Roberto Mancini, sorry. I know we'll do that. Roberto Mancini came in and he's really diagonizing. He's gone away from the traditional Italian DNA. He's gone more attacking. He's gone more nasty and leaving your foot in. Diego Simeone, I called it, the dark arts of football. And he's really made a connection between the Italian public and the Italian team. What hadn't been there for a while. Remember his Man City team, if you're a Man City fan, you love it. You love that team. You have to rub people up the wrong way, they annoy your enemies. They do things in a way where it just leaves a bit of taste and you love it, but if you're the rival to them, you hate them. And they have really made that, and they really put Italy back on the map. You think they got Immobile, they got Verratti, they got Jorginho, they got Donnarumma who made over 200 appearances. I think Italy will top that group, but I don't think they'll come 9 out of 9. I think they'll get 7. I think they'll drop points to the runners up, who are Turkey. Turkey, many people dark horses. Many people think they'll go the way, and why not? And why can't they got the left defender, Shisha, or can't remember his name. Shit. They got two Leo players. They got Leo Strike and Leo Strike back, and I think they won the French league. They're there in good form. They got a West Brom CDM. So yeah, I think they'll run it up. I think Wales will come third. There'll take a lot of question marks in that Wales camp about what's best formation, who to play. Do they play with a recognised striker? Do they go to the false 9? I think they should play with a recognised striker. I can't see why they won't. I think they're not good enough to play with a false 9, to be honest. And the striker they're going to play with, he scored over 20 goals this season in my club and country. I honestly think it's a no-brainer. It's silly not to play him. But the Wales manager see it differently. What I heard on the radio on some Welsh people, I don't get it. I don't get what he's thinking. It's a mess. But let's be honest, Wales came this tournament in a mess. What do you think happened with Ryan Giggs? I think they played alright at Wembley. They played good football, but the current team in the total was a mess. The thing what happened with Giggs, he would have his team preferred now gone to a assistant. They got a few question marks. No goalkeepers. I played, I think, a minute for the club this season. They're debating to go 3 or 4 back. They don't know the best shape. They don't know their key players, and I think it'll be a struggle. But I think they'll beat Switzerland, and I think Wales, they're a tough country. They're a country what will dig in. I think they'll get a top shot draw versus Turkey, and I think they'll look at Italy. But I think that is good enough for the Welsh to go through. And I think Switzerland will come run the up. I can't see them getting any points. I can't see them. Sorry, Switzerland, you're back to group and you'll be leaving the tournament in 2 weeks. Let's talk about Group B now, where I think it's Tyler Roberts, the striker. No, it's not. I'm trying to find out what striker. I can't remember his name. Flipper Redding. Well, I can't remember his name anyway. Group B is the group of Belgium, Russia, Denmark, Finland. Belgium topped the group in Anfield. World #1 team, good manager, organised well, players like Courtois, players like Alvaro. De Bruyne might miss the first game, but he'll come back in 100%. Tielemans, Haddad, Lukaku, who's I think won the Golden Boot with Inter Milan and won the league, and I think, well, tell you later, but I think they will top the group. I think they're at 9 out of 9. I think they'll have no problem coming out of that group. Runners up, I think, will be Denmark, and I always fancied Denmark to go further in their tournaments. I always think they've been a bit disappointing, to be honest. I think they're well coached, they're well organised. They've got players like Schmeichel, Eriksen, good players and players who can win matches. And I think since Euro 92, I think they haven't kicked on. But could they be shock of the tournament? Third, Russia. We saw a run in Russia in that World Cup, how the country got behind and how well they played. They really were written off and they gave it a go. They got through the groups. They won third on penalties and they lost against Croatia on penalties. And I think they'll go on third. Every Russian game other than one will be in Russia, and I think they will come third in the group, and that will leave Finland no chance. Sorry, Finland, you're not going to. Group C, we've got Ukraine, Austria, Netherlands, and North Macedonia, and I think that could be a tough group with the Netherlands start. I think I'll expect them to top it, and I think they will, but I think they won't get up the whole way. I think they won't go 9 out of 9. They're missing Van Dijk, what is a massive difference. You think his totality, his leadership, he can't at the back. You think it's a massive tournament this body late. Can he lead it? Can he be the main defender after Van Dijk? Can he do it on his own? And can this really putting out of the football in doldrums? You look at a brilliant leader, but I actually got to the semi-final, but come to Juve and fell off the cliff a bit. Can he come back up and can he really put his name and give it to him? Allegra, who's gone back. The Mickey Van der Beek, who we know is a good player. Okay, he didn't quite got the game time at Man United he wanted, but you thought this could be great. This could be time to nudge Ollie and say, "Oi, play me." He got a minute to pity, but I do expect them to top the group. Ukraine, I expect second. Now Ukraine aren't going to well in World Cup and they qualified by late, and I think they've gone under the radar, and I do expect them to get second, Ukraine, and I think they will. I think it'll be a tough group, and I think that we will lose against Holland. I think it will be Austria who draw against Holland, but I think I'm seeing against the countries where I think they expect to beat North Macedonia, and I think they'll beat Austria in a tight game. But they're a team with grit, they're a team with determination. When we have played Ukraine, England, it's always been a hard game. Okay, I think we've lost against them, but there's always been a tough game. You never think, oh, that looks easy, right? It's always been tough, and I think they will get second. They drew against France, Ukraine. Let's not forget that. Drew against France in a World Cup qualifier. So yeah, let's not forget that. Austria, they played okay at Wembley, but I just think come the big times, they'll bottle it a bit. They got one good player, Alba, but no, I don't think. I think they'll get a point against Netherlands. I think they'll play well against the big countries, but I think come push a job against the needy one, I can't see them beating Ukraine, and I think they'll beat North Macedonia, to be honest. So yeah, and obviously what's happening between them and their manager, where there's a bit of needle between the players and the manager. So I think they'll finish third, and North Macedonia, if they draw against Germany, look more than anything, they did concede 3 goals, and they should score 3. I can't see them scoring 3, and I think they will leak. On to Group D, and that is England's group with Croatia, Scotland and Czech Republic. I think England will top the group, but I think we'll go 9 out of 9, but I looked at this group more today, and I know, you tell you what, it won't be as straightforward as maybe the English public think, and what I just think. I expect us to win the group, and I expect us to win every game, like we said, there's no excuses. But Croatia would only got the experienced World Cup finalists, but don't kick Doncic to World Cup. The players are coming to the end of the career to expect us to beat them. Scotland, I think, I've been a bit English here and just wrote Scotland off now the rubbish. Here was the part, here was the sing along, here was here was the joyride. But if you look at the team, they have done well. They're unbeaten at Hamilton since Belgium beat them 4-0. And if you look at the few players, got Liam Cooper, captain of Leeds, Scott McTominay. They obviously got the two stars. Well, they got A-star Robertson and a good playing Tierney. They got Adams up front. They got Gilmer, who's a good player. I like Ginn. They got Forrest or Celtic. So they have got a good team and could shot a few upsets in the term at Scotland. And that game at Wembley, that will be a tough game of England. It always comes Scotland, but England don't turn up after the right mentality. Scotland could be a threat and maybe could get a point. I expect England to win. I think our quality will shine, but if Scotland give it up in the first 20 minutes up to us, there could be a problem if we don't react, but I expect our quality to shine in that match later on, and I think that will win it where their legs are gone, where they're defending. I think our quality will create more chances. Czech Republic, yes, they're the only team who did beat, only team who won England in qualifying 10 years. There could be a threat, but nah, I don't see them. They did also lose 5-0 against England. That group are going with us top, Croatia with the experience. I think they'll go well with the experience. Scotland third. I think I come to you beating Czech Republic and lose 2-0 again versus England and Croatia. England, like what I said, I think they'll be good for the first 20 minutes. Scotland, I think they'll tire out, and I think our quality will come through like we're known to in the Horn Nation. If we played Wales, they gave it up for 20 minutes, gave it us, really impressed me, then just tired out, then England quality came through. I think it'll be like that. And so I think they'll lose them, but I think they'll lose just narrowly. What could be key later on, Czech Republic 4th, sorry. I think he's be out, but I think it's an harder group than we expect, but I still expect England to get 9 out of 9 to win tight games. And tight games, I always say, win your tournaments at club level. At club level, win your tournaments. Can you dig in? Can you get that late goal? And I think we will. I think we've got a lot of attacking talent, like what I said, and I think we will top that group. And like what I said, we still top it. But it won't be straightforward like what some people, and maybe me, thought a week ago. Group B, Spain, Switzerland, Slovakia and Poland. And I have gone by a shock winning of the group. I think Poland will top that group. I think they won't go, I can't remember if back them to go 9 out of 9. But I think they will win the group. I think, like we did like the Ukraine, they're always a tough team to beat. They got brilliant support. Lewandowski, massive key to the defence. It's Kane. I think it's Kane, the best number 9, but he's still quality Lewandowski. And I think they will top the group. I think they'll beat Spain. I think Spanish football in a good situation right now. Obviously, a few players got Corona, could make some of the next players or some of the lesser players come in. I think they got one striker. What I heard. Yeah, just Spanish football don't excite me. We saw some trying to see in the Champions League, not really doing well. We haven't seen any brilliant Spanish players come through in the last few years. Nah, I think they'll get through, but I don't think they'll get runners up. Switzerland third. Or Sweden third. I don't see any special players in there. I think Slatter will be a big miss, and Slovakia first. The group of death between Germany, Hungary, Portugal and France. I think France will top that group. I think they'll win the first 2 games, and I think they'll lead Portugal. I think they'll go 9 out of 9. Portugal second, I think they'll beat Germany, Hungary. rest to play for the France game. I've got a good enough squad to lose against France. Germany, like I said, a bit like Spanish football, German football. I think German football is a lot worse. In disarray, the manager's leaving. A load of old guns. They got a few new players. I think they're not even brought the number one goalkeeper, by the way. No. Third. Yes, they won Channel 1, but nothing at chance from Germany. I don't look at Germany and think, wow, the quality. I think they'll get disgraced in the World Cup. Got a lot of players who I think just can't be bothered. No, I'm hungry. Fourth. The 4 teams who I think will qualify, I think Wales, Russia, Austria with 4 points. I think they will get through, and Scotland will qualify. I think they win 1 game, but I think the 2 narrow defeats will get them through. Belgium versus Wales. Belgium win for me. Italy versus Ukraine. Italy. France, Austria, France. Croatia, Spain. I think they got a bit more quality than Croatia, and I think Croatia haven't got the squad like Spain have. And let's be honest, Croatia didn't win a game in the knockout stage in the World Cup in normal time. Poland, Russia, Poland, England, Portugal is the first game where you think it could go either way. I will sadly back the Portuguese to win that. I think they got better defenders. I think the defenders will hold it up more. I think England, we got mistaken on Fettel with no Maguire. White is untested. Cordy and Mings, I think, do struggle. Especially Cordy back for Mings. We saw struggle against Luxembourg. So against Ronaldo, we got no chance. Jones needed help. So the keeper, I think we'll lose last 16. And sadly, I'm back in Portugal to beat us. But I hope I'm wrong. Netherlands, Scotland, think that'll be a tight game, but I think Netherlands just will get through in that. Bit like England, Portugal. I think Portugal were looking at the time, by the way. But I still think they'll beat us. And Turkey, Denmark, I will back Denmark. First quarter final, Belgium, Italy, a tight game. Italy, like what I said, they got a load of winners, they got a lot of experienced players, they got a guy who knows how to win the league in the last minute. But I think Belgium are more settled group. I think they've been with each other for a while. I think they got a bit more quality. And I think Chuck went to Porto. I think that just will get on the line versus Italy. France, Spain. France, like I said, nothing to chat about Spain. I think they'll get through because they're younger than Croatia. And I think a bit better. But I think France should hammer Spain in the quarterfinals. Poland, Portugal. Portugal, for me, look at that Portuguese attack. Ronaldo, obviously, Fernandes, Jota's done well with Liverpool, Bernardo Silva, someone alright. I think that could be a really right attack in the tournament. And, Portugal to win that. Netherlands, Denmark, and I'm backing Denmark to win this game. They won at Wembley 2-0. They got Poulsen, I think play with Leipzig. And I think Netherlands, they do tend to leak a few goals. They just score a lot and they tend to leak a lot, and I think they'll leak a few in that game. So I'm making Denmark, and I think they will be the dark horses. Belgium, France, replay of the first round final in the World Cup. Will it go the same way or will it be revenge? It'll go the same way. I think the quality of the French just will get it. Will get better Belgium, and Belgium being there too many times, I think it's a hiccup for them. It's a jinx, and I can't see that curse being broken in this year's Euro. Sorry, Belgium. And Portugal, Denmark. I always say Denmark from before. I think this is the first tournament where they hadn't. But I think like the quality of that Portuguese attack, I think will beat Denmark. But still, good tournament with the Denmark. And it's the final. It's the last game what was in the groups. They were in Group F, and it is Portugal versus France. The replay was final 2016, and I am betting on, will it be revenge, will it be repeat? I am betting on repeat. I am betting on Portugal win the Euros. I think France would want that revenge, they would want the double. I think it'd be on them to win it, like in 2016, which I had bottled it, and yeah, I just got Portuguese team under the radar again. Top players, a better squad, and I think their players will turn it on in the final, and they also know how to get through the tournament without not lighting up the tournament. France won the World Cup, but they lit up that World Cup. Portugal didn't win a game in the group. I think they do. They won a boring final. I think they only played well in one game, that's against Wales in Euro 2016. I think they will do it again, and I'm back in Portugal to win the World Cup. My golden boot of the tournament will be Lukaku. Semi-final. I look at that group to play. I think he'll score a few in that group. I think he'll get a few against Wales, like we said. I think they're struggling a bit. So I expect Lukaku to win that Golden Boot. Golden Glove, the team with the most clean sheets. I think Golden Glove team with the most clean sheets. Ooh, that's tough. I never thought about that. Just looking at who will play who in my opinion, looking at the groups. Ooh, that's tough. I'll go with Casper Schmeichel actually. Look at the group, I think they only got one. They got Belgium will be a tough game, but Russia and Finland expect them to win both. I think they don't really carry a threat. During the last 16, Turkey could be tough, but I expect the experience of Schmeichel trying the final. Netherlands, like I said, they could give them a threat, but I'm gonna go with Casper Schmeichel by that Golden Glove. Like I said, they went to Wembley, didn't concede. They didn't concede twice against England, and we got a good attack. I think, yeah, I'm gonna go with Schmeichel. Player of the tournament. Player of the tournament, I am backing to be Pogba. I'm going to back Paul Pogba to be the player of the tournament. Why? I think he's been really good in the last few weeks for Manchester United. I think he might want a move, so I think he will turn it on by that. And I think tournament play get the better of Paul Pogba. And look at that French team, Kante, Varane, Kimpembe, Mbappe, plays around it. I think they will bring the best out again. And I think Paul Pogba will be the player of the tournament. They're my new predictions. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree? Let me know in the comments below. Yeah, that's all for it now. I don't know what the next video will be, but it will be soon. Goodbye.